ClaretsTV speaking to Championship manager Robbie Simpson after the defeat at Aveley this afternoon. Robbie, what was your thoughts after that one?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank everybody that reached out to me last week and passed their condolences on. Really, really appreciate it. So thank you to everyone for that. Yeah, it's been tough. And today, it's obviously a really disappointing result. In general, in our general play, I thought we were good to very good in our own third and middle third, and we had bits in the final third as well where we worked numerous good, really good opportunities, and I thought our final decision or our final action was probably the poorest, one of the poorest it's been this season really. We should be scoring lots of goals today with the play that we had and the opportunities and areas we got really good opportunities in and possession in, and we failed really poorly in that final action and that final decision today. Whether that be the wrong decision or lack of conviction, it just really wasn't there today for us. And their keeper made a few saves, but really with opportunities where we shouldn't be allowing him to make saves, really. And then defensively, I thought, like I say, in the majority of the game, we were really sound. I don't think Ted's really had a save to make, obviously other than their goal. But their goal has kind of typified some of the lads and where they need to improve on to take their game to the next level. And for me, that is their brightness of thought, their brightness of what is going to happen next or what might happen next. And it's come from, we'd sucked them in and played over the top, and Freddie's done really well to put their big defender in danger, really, facing his own goal, going towards his own corner flag, real pressure. And there wasn't that sense from everybody behind Freddie that it was a really good opportunity for us to win the ball back up in their final third. And on the flip side, their defenders noticed that their player's in danger and bust a gut to help him. And we've let them out too easily, and then there's obviously bits after that we can definitely improve on, but that's the initial bit that stands out. We let them out of their half where it could have been a really good opportunity for us to win the ball back in their final third, and we didn't recognise that. And it's not just the next person, which was probably Kane. It wasn't not just his fault, although we'd like him to recognise it. It's everybody else behind Kane not then encouraging him to get up and help Freddie out. And I feel like in general this season there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of teammates watching a player hoping that they're going to come out on top rather than recognising that they might or they need help. And particularly in duels, Freddie was in a duel against their centre half, and invariably that when you're in a duel the ball becomes loose, and majority of this season, in my opinion, the opposition have had more bodies around that loose ball than us. And yes, I just left it constructively with the players that some of them have got great ability that have got them to this level, but their brightness of what might come next and their brightness of thought and brightness of what the next action might be is poor in some of them, and their ability is actually helping them remain at this level. And if they can switch that on, then they can really their careers can really take off. So yeah, it's weird because like I say, in general, I think that we played good to very good in the majority of that match, but really poorly in the final action. And then second half in particular, I didn't feel like we smelt blood or sensed that there was opportunities there for us to be really, really aggressive and on the front foot, and that's the reason why we've lost.
We started the game quite well. Samuel Gonzalez had a good chance set in the left wing, and the first 15 minutes I thought we played with a good intensity, but I'm disappointed we sort of didn't keep that up through the whole game.
Yeah, well, I thought like I say, I thought at the beginning of the game we played with a bit of swagger against a really strong wind up the slight hill, and we were really moving the ball. We were moving the ball really quickly. 1-2 touch. Our rotations were really good. When we lost it, we won it back quite quickly, or if not, we dealt with any threat. And I say that last action just wasn't right for us today. It is as poor as I've seen us in that last action, unfortunately. And I think even if it was sort of an average day for us in that aspect, we'd have won comfortably. So yeah, big disappointment in that regard.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that because we've only scored 4 in our last 7, which is putting the pressure on our defence that even conceding 1 is making it hard to win games at the moment.
Yeah, well, Freddie's our only real out-and-out striker, like number 9 striker. Salim obviously can play up front, but also wide, and we've got others that can play up there. Obviously, we let Jordan go for multiple reasons, and then in the same game, obviously Heidi gets injured, out for the rest of the season. And there's not really, with our season done, there's not really any point bringing people in. We've got Taylor, the young lad, who it'd be unfair to him not to dip him in and out like we have done. So yeah, we are where we are. We've got what we've got, but certainly certainly today we definitely looked like we were a bit. We lacked conviction with that last action for sure.
And I suppose the academy players have got a league to win as well, so I suppose Mickey's saying I want to keep him for that.
No, he's not, to be honest with you. I mean, I think having the players involved with us and on the pitch gives them just as much joy as winning the league. Obviously, I think they obviously want to win the league desperately, and so do the 21s. They're doing really well in both leagues, and it's in their hands in both leagues, I think, as well. And that's the reason why they're getting chances in the first team. But I'm not mindful of keeping them fresh for their games, put it that way. I'm mindful of their development and making sure that their trajectory is as upward and smooth as possible rather than up and down, which might affect them.
And Welling have been relegated today as well, so a chance to get back to winning ways at home for your last home game in charge.
Yeah, I said to them in the change room, actually, it's our last home game of the season. I didn't mention that it was my last home game, but it's their last home game of the season. And I'm desperate for us to really show the home fans a performance that they can sign off with for the season, to be proud of, and have some hope for and some enthusiasm for next season.
Okay, thanks for your time, Robbie, and we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you, Ben.